Baby, when I tell you I am over Amara and her damn Spanish shenanigans, I'm over this damn Spanish version of All My Children. I'm over it. I'm tired and through. Drop the music. What's going on, y'all? This be your boy Scouter by Nature TV, and we're here for another review of Love and Hip Hop Miami Season 4, Episode 3. Okay, so we're back again, and we pick up where we left off last week with Amara La Negra, her mama, and her boyfriend, okay? Here's my thing with Amara, okay? Like, she's always annoyed me. Always annoyed me. It's always this victimized ass mentality that she got every damn season. She's a victim of something. There's never any triumph. There's never anything, because she's always playing the damsel in distress on every damn season. My thing with her is that she allows so many people to have a say in what she does in her life. If it's not her mama having a say, it's her man having a damn say in what she got going on. Now, her mother has valid points about living in the DR versus living in Miami. I get exactly what she's saying at the end of the day, because at the end of it all, you only been with this man for a couple of months. Your whole life, your whole career that you've been building is right there in Miami. You're going into uncharted territories by moving over there with this man. You don't really know that man like that. Yeah, you in love with him. Yes, you infatuated with him. All of that great stuff. Great, girl, great. But at the end of the day, that's not what you should be doing. It's just not what you should be doing, and I just need for you to understand that and realize that and let that touch with your spirit. You should not be doing it. He's not the one. And if he understood, like, yeah, your mom is being a little bit too involved in your life, and although she has great points as to why you should not leave Miami and go to DR with Alan, I do think that at this point in time, she got to let you go and bump your head a couple of times before you really get it right. That's what I think. I think she should just let you be. Because at the end of the day, you're not going to change your mind. You're going to continue to do what you do, and that's just that on that. And she got to understand that. She got to deal with it. Point blank, period. That's just that on that, period. Just as that on that. Like, she got to deal with the fact that you don't want to fuck with whatever she got going on. Because she's been trying to tell you what to do for a long damn time, and you always follow it. And I guess because of the sacrifices that she's made for you in her life, she feels that you should be doing better than what you're doing. I get it, but at the same time, you just gotta let a bird fly by itself. And Mama La Negra, you gotta let Amara make her stupid ass decisions. Cause one minute she with a broke ass nigga MJ, then she with this motherfucker who got a little bit going for himself but want to control every damn thing. And now she's sitting up here wondering if if staying in DR is really what she wants to do, or is it the right thing to do. I personally don't think that it's the right thing to do, but it ain't my damn life. We meet Florence. She's this Haitian singer. I think she performs a lot in Little Haiti. She has her own restaurant in Little Haiti, and it seems to be doing well. Hopefully it's not just for the cameras. She has a husband named Marlon. He's a handsome young man. I give it to him. And he, you know, I think she's been married to him for a while now. He's the father of all three of her boys, and he's very supportive of her, but too friendly. Looks to me like you know what I'm saying, he be flirting with the women to have his way with the women. That's what I believe, and that's what it looks like. But they're a beautiful couple. We'll get more into them as we continue. So now we get into Neri. It's her birthday. Nori's throwing her a birthday party, and she's very excited about this being, you know, like her birthday party. She's happy that she's doing something to celebrate her and her own life and what she got going on versus always celebrating Nori. Okay? Understood. So then, two people that I don't want to see on their own franchise is on this franchise. And that's Ray J and Princess. When I tell y'all, I'm so sick of these folks trying to force these two people down our damn throat. I do not want to see them. And if they're going to be on Hollywood, I don't think I want to watch this shit. Because I can't stand Ray J and Princess. Well, I actually like Ray J. I don't like Princess. That's what I don't like. Ray J is a little bit more likable because he's funny, but Princess is annoying. I've never seen it for her at all. If you've been watching my Love and Hip Hop Hollywood reviews from the jump. I've never seen it for Princess, period. She just do too damn much. She just always trying to be with the shits all the time, and it's just, I don't like her. But yeah, Ray J is talking to Nori, and he's saying that he needs some married friends, and Nori was like he'll be that married friend for him. They'll hang out, they'll do married couple things and all of that stuff. And apparently, Ray J and Princess was on the verge of a divorce. They both filed, but now that he's turned 40 and things of that nature, he's just decided that, married life is the life that he wants to have. Okay. We get into my husband, Ace Hood, and his wife, Sheila. Sheila had an episode with anxiety the previous night, and she felt like she was by herself and that she was alone. Ace Hood was asking her a couple of questions, and she said, when I really needed you, you wasn't there. So they had this deep conversation about anxiety and depression, and I'm glad that they had that conversation because people really need to have that conversation. Those conversations got to be had. Mental health discussions has to be had. She deals with anxiety. She deals with depression. Ace Hood does not know how to deal with depression. He does not know how to deal with a depressed person. He always leaves them to themselves. When he was growing up and he would cry or show some form of emotion, it was always, stop that crying. If you cry, I'm going to give you something to cry about. All those things. I totally understand that. I deal with depression. Y'all know I've been very open with that. I do deal with depression. I've always dealt with depression. I've dealt with depression for a long time. I think I've dealt with depression since I was like in the 7th grade. I was bullied in school. As you guys know, I've been very adamant, very open, transparent about my experiences with school bullying. I was bullied in school. I was suicidal. I was in a danger to myself and sometimes others because I would bring my mother's butcher knives to school, things of that nature. Growing up, because I was the oldest, I was expected to be Superman. I was the eldest of my mother's kids. I have a sister and I have a younger brother that's 21, and my sister will be 31 in a few days, as a matter of fact. So I was the oldest, and I was always made to be the strong person, the one that holds everything down. But I really couldn't hold myself down, and that was beating me up mentally. Whenever I would cry, people would say that's weak. So as I become an adult, I don't cry in front of people. I keep a lot of my thoughts and feelings to myself. I don't really know how to express myself that well, and I don't open up as much to people. I don't trust people with my feelings and emotions because people take advantage of that, and it doesn't help. I cried many nights alone. I deal with anxiety. Like, I was on the verge, I was fighting off an anxiety attack just right before I went to Atlanta, and that was partially one of the reasons why I went to Atlanta to go see Jamar, because he knew exactly what I was dealing with. Anxiety is something else. So but at the same time, when you don't know how to deal with anxiety and you've been told not to have emotion, then what do you do? But I do think that the conversation was needed. I'm glad that they had that conversation, because you got to learn how to deal with people that's dealing with that type of stuff. They have to have somebody that knows how to deal with them. The relationship with Blondie was a trigger for Sheila, and I can only imagine that it is a damn trigger, because Blondie, girl, okay. Florence is about to open this place up, but she's behind schedule, and that's all I really got for this scene. So Princess, Ray J, Nori, and Neri, they were having basically like this double date type of situation where Nori and Ray J would cook for the women. Now Princess and Neri was talking about business woes. Neri's trying to open up this juice bar, trying to make sure it's up and running, but Princess tried to open up a nail bar. She wasted like over $100,000 for something that never opened up, and that made me feel bad for Princess, because I can only imagine trying to open up a business and nothing even happens with that said business. Nothing happens. So I totally get it. I understand. And I feel bad. That shit make you scared to open up a damn business. So many things that goes along with it. So many layers to it. It's just a lot, girl. A lot. I thought this was a cute scene with Flo and Marlon when they was telling their kids how they met and how they got together and stuff like that. So Amara and her mom visit the old neighborhood that Amara's mom lived in the DR. And it's basically the hood. And she was basically saying, you know, how she left at the age of 17 because she had to get out of there and provide for her and give her the best life. And I think that by Amara walking through that neighborhood and listening to the struggles that her mother dealt with, like the fights, the shooting, the murders, everything like that, that's making her think that, okay, this may not be the place for me to be. This may not be the right place for me. And, you know, it just might not be. Like, sometimes it takes for you to see things for yourself in order for you to make a decision. But Sheila and her mother, Linda, they meet up for Mother's Day. Apparently, Sheila's dad is black. And then after her mom and her dad got a divorce when she was 3, she married a white man, and her sister was half white. She was the only black person in the house, and she felt like her mother didn't want her around because she was black. It's one thing to date someone outside of your race, but also to raise a child that's outside of your race. That's a lot. So I can only imagine what toll that took on Sheila, and I can only imagine what toll it took on Linda as well, because that was a lot for both of them to deal with. You know, it's crazy, but I'm glad that they were having that conversation. And I know I saw a lot of people ragging on Sheila. Oh, she need to go get therapy. She need to do this. Let the woman, you know, I like Sheila. And I can kind of relate to her in some ways. You know what I mean? Especially on the anxiety and depression thing. I totally get that. So, I don't have a problem with her talking about her issues or her anxiety. I think that it's an educational moment for everybody involved. It's time for Amara's mom to go back to Miami. And Amara is going up to Alan and she's saying that she's going back to Miami for a while. Alan soon turns into a cold-hearted, bitch-made ass nigga. Pretty much. He talks to her like shit because she doesn't want to do what he wants her to do. And like I said earlier in the review, that's the problem. They want Amara to do what they want Amara to do. It's never about her. It's about them. And I just think that is crazy. I think that it's ridiculous for them to even put all of that pressure on her. Like, let her live her life. Let her do her own thing. Let her be. You know what I mean? But y'all can't let her be because it's always about y'all. And that's not cool. And that's not right at all. It's not. How you gonna make her situation all about you? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what he was doing. She even asked him to take her and her mom to the airport, and he said he'll call a damn cab. You that pissed because she don't want to do what you say do? Bitch. You that pissed because she don't want to do what the fuck you say? That's crazy. But I just feel like Amara need to cut her damn losses. She do. Because this man trying to control her life. But then her mama trying to control her life too. So what do you know? She got to make decisions for herself. Not for her mama and not for her man, but for her own damn self. So Florence and her sister were talking. And basically she was telling her that Marlon has been acting weird. He been coming home real late. She don't understand why. And basically Florence said that, no, Florence's sister admitted that Marlon was fucking one of her girls. And she said she didn't want to tell her that, but that's what happened. And I'm like, bitch, now we finna get to the mess. But I will say that this episode was a little bit better than last week's. I still don't like the production of this show. I still think that production for Love and Hip Hop is trash. They need to go back to Eastern because Big Fish ain't cutting it. I don't like this production at all. It looked too much like Black Ink Crew. I don't like it. It's just not doing it for me because it don't feel like Love and Hip Hop. It feel like something else. It don't feel like Love and Hip Hop. Like Love and Hip Hop had a certain production to it. Like the cameras were different. Like I don't like this. Go back to Eastern, please. But with that being said, y'all, this your boy Scotty. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video. Also, be sure to click that notification bell so you can be notified whenever there's a video out. With that being said, y'all, I'm out of here to my next video. See you later.
We can always find our way to a fun moment, even in the shady bunch.